Hey book nerds, it's Sarah and welcome back to another reading vlog. It's currently Monday, June 20th and it's 11:30 p.m. For the past half hour I've been fiddling with my editing software because my most recent video, that is a reading vlog that I just finished editing, will not render. My computer keeps crashing and it's frustrating me a lot, and I think it's just because I don't have enough space on my computer anymore because the settings are always the same as they have been and I haven't had a problem since I fixed those settings. So I am now in the market for a new hard drive, and until I can get a new hard drive with more storage for my PC, I won't be able to upload any more videos. Hopefully I'll be able to get one soon and fix this problem because it's really annoying. So that was my frustration for the night, and now that I have vented, I can finally talk about my reading plans for the week. So I'm currently halfway through Hide by Kiersten White and I am absolutely loving it. I love everything about this book. I love the vibes, I love the mystery. Things are happening but we still don't know why they're happening or necessarily how they're happening either. So far, half of the characters that are competing in this hide and seek competition have been eliminated, and it's pretty clear that they've been killed, but we don't know who is killing them or if it even is a who. It might be a what. If I remember correctly, this is a supernatural thriller, so there might be some like monsters hunting them, and I'm excited to see what's going to happen exactly. So this is my current read, and while I'm reading this, I have The Long Weekend on audiobook, which I'm hoping to get further along into. The fact that I started this book over 3 weeks ago is annoying the hell out of me. For some reason I can't get into this physically. I have tried and I feel like it's just putting me deeper into a reading slump, which I am just now getting out of, and I want to avoid getting back into another one. So maybe listening to the audiobook is the way to go about reading this. I'm going to try and see if that works out. Hopefully it will. I'm not sure what I'll be in the mood to physically read for the rest of the week, but I do know that I want to read the second book in the Vampire Awakening series, which is Destined by Brenda K. Davies. In the last reading vlog, I reread the first book, which is Awaken, to get me out of my reading slump. I started and finished this book in a single night, and it was so good. It gave me the nostalgia from when I first read it when I was a teenager. I highly enjoyed my reread of that book, and I really want to continue on with the series. I've never made it past book 3, and they have nearly the whole series on Scribd, so I do really want to continue with the series. So hopefully this week I'll be able to get to book 2 of this series. And for the rest of the week, I'm not quite sure what I'll be in the mood to read. I have kind of 3 books that are at the top of my TBR that I would like to get to. The first book I'm considering is One by One by Ruth Ware. This is an isolated thriller. It's her most recent release aside from the one that's coming out later this summer. I heard a lot of good things about One by One, but I haven't read it yet. In 2020, I read The Turn of the Key by Ruth Ware and I very much enjoyed it. I loved her writing, so I definitely really want to continue on with her books. The next book I'm considering is The Other People by CJ Tudor. I'm not quite sure what The Other People is about. However, I have read 2 of CJ Tudor's other books in the past and I really enjoyed them. I also love her writing as well, so I feel like that book could be a good time. And then the last book that I'm considering is The Book of Cold Cases by Simone St. James. It's an investigative thriller. I haven't read many of them, but after reading The Murder Rule, I am interested in kind of exploring more of that subgenre of thrillers. So those are the 3 books that I'd be interested in reading after I kind of finish the 2/3 that I already have lined up. So those are my reading plans for the week, and now it's 11:40 p.m. and as I just mentioned, I have to be up early, but I do want to get some reading done because I'm really invested in the story of Hide. I'm gonna go ahead and get comfy in bed to do some reading, and I also have a late night snack. I have a donut from Tim's that I'm really excited to eat. It's the perfect end to my day, so I am going to go read. I don't know if I'm going to update you guys before I go to bed or if I'm going to update you guys tomorrow, but regardless, I'll update you when I have the time about how Hide is going. I'm really excited to get further along into this, so I'm going to have a blast tonight reading. Hey guys, so it's Tuesday. I'm trying to sneaky film at work just to give you guys like a reading update. So it's currently 5 p.m. and I've been at work since 3:30, and I just finished an hour-long counseling session and now I'm taking a break. So I am pulling out
Hyde by Kirsten White. Hopefully I can finish this tonight. I am currently on page 126 of 235, so I'm halfway through and I'm really enjoying it. Things are getting real. The characters are starting to kind of understand that something isn't quite right in this game. Once I finish Hyde, I brought my tablet with me to work so I can read Destined, which is book 2 in the Vampire Awakening series, which I'm very excited to read as well. So I'm just going to sit back and relax, enjoy my iced coffee. Like I said, I just finished an hour-long counseling session, so I'm currently taking a break. I'm going to crack open my book and try and make some decent progress in Hyde. I should be able to update you guys later. If not within the next few hours, I will update you as soon as I get home with what I've read during the day. But for now, that's the update, so I'm going to go read now. So this definitely isn't the most flattering angle, but we're going to roll with it. So it's nearly 1 a.m. and I just got home from work. So I am happy to report that I have made some significant progress in Hyde and I have 20 pages left. I'm really excited to see how this is all going to conclude. A lot of stuff has happened so far and I'm really excited to see how this is all going to wrap up in 20 pages because I feel like with where we are now, this book could easily go on for another 100 pages at least. So I'm a little worried about the ending here, but I am going to go ahead and finish the book and I'll come back and update you guys on my final thoughts. So it's a little bit later. I just finished Hyde and I'm not sure how to feel about it. I was loving it, absolutely loving it the whole entire time, and I feel like the ending just didn't do it for me. It was a little bit anticlimactic. I don't know what I'm going to rate it yet. I'm hesitating between 3.5 stars and 4 stars, but it's definitely not a 5. This book had so much potential to be a 5-star read, but I feel like it fell flat on some of the aspects. The world building and the history behind what was going on could have been developed a little bit more. I'm not going to say too much because I don't want to spoil the book, obviously, but I just feel like some elements of the book could have been developed way more than they were. I feel like this book could have easily been like a 350 or even a 400 page book. For what it was enjoyable. The vibes were all there. I just feel like it had the potential to be a more fleshed out story because the concept was really, really interesting. The ideas behind the story were really interesting. But yeah, I just feel like the book ended too soon. The ending was too abrupt, and it kind of left me feeling a little bit unsatisfied. So for that reason, I think I'm going to give it a 3.5. I might bump it up to a 4, but I think I'm happy with a 3.5 rating. Today was a really productive reading day. I'm really glad I got through another book. It's making me feel confident about my reading for this week, and I'm really excited to read the next books that I have planned. To keep my reading streak going, I think the next book that I'm going to start is Destined by Brenda K. Davies, just because I've read it before and I really enjoyed it, and I feel like rereads go by faster for me, so it'll keep me in the reading mood, hopefully. But that's definitely a plan for tomorrow, not for tonight. So I'm tired, I'm gonna go to sleep, and I'll update you guys tomorrow.
Well, hey there. So I have a pretty exciting reading update. It's currently Thursday, June 23rd, and I finished reading Destined by Brenda K. Davies earlier today. So last night I worked the night shift and I read most of the book during my time at work. I had maybe about 50 to 40 pages left when I got home, so I slept, and when I woke up I finished the book, and I am giving it a 3-star rating. Story-wise, I loved Destined as much as I loved Awakened. However, I am giving it a lower rating because I do have some problems with one of the main characters, Stefan. I don't want to spoil anything, so I'm not going to elaborate more on it, but there are some issues that I have with the writing and the portrayal of the character Stefan, so it's why I'm giving it a 3-star instead of a 4. Although I gave it a 3-star, it's a quick and enjoyable read nonetheless, and it's helping me stay out of my reading slump, which I'm super grateful for. So that is the second book that I finished this week. Now I'm super excited to tell you guys about the next book that I'm going to be reading. So in an earlier clip, I mentioned some of the books that I wanted to read in June. However, I just realized that while I was explaining those books to you, I omitted mentioning one, and that book is actually going to be my current read. So it's The Island by Adrian McGinty. I am so excited to read this. It's his most recent release. It came out on May 17th. I read The Chain in 2020, I think, or it could have been last year. No, I think it was in 2020, and I really enjoyed it. I thought that the concept was really unique, and I loved to see how he kind of developed on that concept. It was well done. The only thing is I feel like the ending to that book was a little anticlimactic compared to the build-up of the entire story, but I still enjoyed it nonetheless, and I really like Adrian McGinty's writing. So as soon as I found out that he was coming out with a new book, I had to go pick it up. So this is going to be my next read. I'm very excited to see what he has in store for us. So briefly, I'm going to tell you guys what this is about. It's about a family who moves to a secluded island to, I think, try to escape something from their daily lives, and they stumble upon a community on the island that they have quite a few problems with, and this community kind of has like a cult mentality. So things are going to happen. I'm really interested to figure out what exactly is going to be like the villain and what exactly is going to be ailing our main characters in this book. I love books that have cult aspects, cult mentalities and all that. I find that it's so interesting from a psychological standpoint, so I'm very excited to get to reading this. I have a very short 4-hour shift tonight at work, and I'm actually working from home, which is why I'm like just in comfortable PJs at the moment, and I am planning on reading this baby right here until I get a counseling session or in between my counseling sessions and all of that. So I'm very excited to start this. So that was my pretty lengthy update, but I haven't spoken to you guys since Tuesday, so I really wanted to update you guys on what was going on, what I've read, and what I'm planning on reading next and all of that good stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to connect myself onto my work platform. My shift is about to start, and as soon as I connect myself myself, I will be able to start the island. So as soon as I get some reading done, I will update you guys on like my initial thoughts, feelings, and maybe some theories. So we'll see, but I will talk to you guys later. So I definitely suck at keeping up with a reading vlog. So it's currently Sunday, July 3rd. So it is now July, and I haven't vlogged because I'm still stuck in the middle of my reading slump. So I'm going to extend the reading vlog for another week, and hopefully I'll be able to pull myself out of the reading slump. I finally have the urge to read for the first time in like a week and a half, so I thought that I would take advantage of the opportunity and vlog it. But before I do that, I just wanted to give you guys like an update on what's been going on. So I have been working a lot. The past 2 weeks, for the end of June, my work schedule has been a little bit all over the place because we had 2 holidays back to back here in Canada. In my province, we had St. John the Baptist, and then on Friday, last Friday, we had Canada Day. So because I wasn't working those 2 days, and because of that, like I just mentioned, my schedule has been all over the place. So I've been working a lot, and I've been very low on energy, so I've just been resting and just spending time with my family. My sister is back in town. She lives in Calgary, so she's been spending some time with us, so that's been nice. But I haven't read anything since the last update that you guys are seeing, or actually that you guys have seen in this reading vlog. So nothing's changed. I'm still halfway through the island, and I'm planning on hopefully either getting 3/4 of the way through or finishing it tonight. It's currently almost midnight, and for the past like 3 hours I've been doing my nails. So my old set of nails that you guys saw in the previous vlog lasted about 3 weeks, which is a really good wear time. So it's about salon quality, which I really like. So I'm now doing my second set of nails with my kit that I purchased. So you can't really tell, but there's a gradient between white to pink, and I'm obsessed with it. And I'm actually using like makeup sponges and stuff to get it to my desired look. So I have been doing this for the past few hours, and I've been just catching up on some YouTube as well. So yeah, I just wanted to hop on here while I was finishing my nails to talk to you guys about what's been going on with me, my life for the past few weeks. So I'm going to hopefully get some reading done this week. Like I said, I'm still coming out of my reading slump, so like I don't want to keep any promises, but at the same time, I guess I'm filming to keep myself accountable. So I'm going to finish up my nails. I don't know how long it's going to take, probably like another 45 minutes, since like all of the filing and stuff is done. I just need to paint them, and then I'm going to settle down and read before bed. So once I get some reading done, I will definitely update you guys, and I'm kind of excited to get back into reading, not gonna lie. So it should be a fun time. So it's a little past 1 a.m. and for the past like 40-ish minutes or so, I've been reading The Island, and I'm so glad that I finally had the urge to read again. I have been flying through this. I have read nearly 100 pages in the last like hour, or like I've been reading a little under an hour, and I'm really enjoying this book. I feel like it's more of a suspense than it is a thriller, because it is gripping me, it is making me want to keep reading it, but there's nothing really thrilling about this. Like, I'm not scared about any aspect of this book. I'm more just like
on the edge of my seat waiting to see what's going to happen to these characters, which is something that's really good for me right now, at least with my reading slump and everything. I have about a little over 100 pages left and I'm planning on finishing this tomorrow. I am going to keep reading for a little bit because I'm not quite tired yet. I had a nap when I got home from work earlier, and I think that's why like I'm still awake at nearly 1:30 in the morning. But I'm having such a fun time reading this, and I'm trying to think of what like the twist is going to be. I do have a couple of theories, and one of them I really want to be right. Okay, so I said it's a theory, but it's not as much a theory as it is just like something that I would like to happen, because one of the characters in here, one of the antagonists, he's more on the morally gray side. So I feel like in the end he's going to turn in our main character's favor, which I'm hoping is going to happen because I really like how complex this character Matt is. So he is from the island where our main characters are currently trapped and being hunted on, and he isn't part of the original family that kind of not really colonized the island but have kind of like taken over the island. He married into that family, so he wasn't raised with the same kind of savage values, I guess. So I feel like he's going to turn things around and he's going to end up helping our main characters instead of participating actively in the hunt for them with the rest of the family, which honestly I am here for. I haven't ever really read from morally gray characters in thrillers or suspense novels, so I feel like this is such an interesting take and I'm really enjoying it. I'm loving the plot. I'm also loving the character development, not only from our antagonist Matt, but also from our main characters. I'm loving the character development throughout this whole journey that they're on, this whole survival journey. They're really coming together as like a recomposed family. Like one of our main characters married into a family that already had 2 kids and they weren't too keen on her. So Heather has been trying to win over the kids' favor for a while now and hasn't really managed to do so. And during their whole survival endeavor, they're getting closer. And I really like seeing this dynamic of how people can come together and grow closer in moments of trauma, which is totally psychologically valid. So I'm just overall really enjoying this, and I'm very excited to get to the end of it and see like what the twist is, if there is going to be a twist. I feel like in suspense novels there aren't as many twists as like in thrillers. It's just something that's kind of like thrilling and keeping you on the edge of your seat, keeping you reading to see what's going to happen. But regardless, so far I am enjoying this more than I did The Chain, so I'm really excited to see if the end is going to be just as good as the rest of the book, or if the ending is going to flop on me like it did for The Chain, because I loved The Chain. I absolutely loved the premise of it, but I didn't really like the ending. I feel like it wasn't really congruent with the rest of the plot. I feel like it shouldn't have gone in the direction that it did. So hopefully The Island doesn't do the same thing that The Chain did. So yeah, I just wanted to give you guys an update with my thoughts on The Island, because I really am enjoying this and I'm so glad that I'm picking this up again. So I'm going to keep reading for a bit and then I'm going to go to bed. So the next update that I will give to you guys will probably be tomorrow when I'm close to finishing this or when I have already finished it. So yeah, that's it for my update. So I'm going to go read and then I'm going to head to bed. Happy Monday! So it's Monday the 4th. Ignore the wet hair. I just came out of the shower and I'm very happy to say that I finally kind of figured out how to get the reading vlog that I filmed before this one to successfully 100% render. I am so happy. Yes, I did mention that the storage on my computer was full. I ended up uninstalling some things on my computer to free up some space. But ultimately, that wasn't the problem. The problem was that the load on my PC from rendering the video was too big and it made my computer crash. So I figured out a way to reduce the strain on my computer while rendering it. I just reduced
to a minimum the render speed, and that seemed to work. And I think that's what I'm going to have to do for longer videos. For like normal videos like TBRs or like just shorter videos, I will be able to use like my normal settings, but for longer videos such as reading vlogs, I will have to slow down the render speed, and that will hopefully prevent future crashes. So I'm very happy with the fact that I finally saved my finished video, and it's currently uploading right now. So when you guys see this reading vlog, that one will be up, which I'm super happy about. I've been trying for days to figure out a way to stop my computer from crashing, and I finally did it, so I'm very happy about that. So I just published the video, it's up, it's live. I'm so happy about it. I'm so excited. My camera battery is flashing at me, so I'm gonna go plug you guys in. But before I do that, I just wanted to quickly update you guys. I'm currently on page 280 of The Island. I read about 100 pages yesterday, or a little bit less than 100, and I'm super invested in the story. I gave you guys an update last night on like my thoughts and my feelings about this book. Nothing pretty much has changed since the last update that I gave you guys, but I am going to go ahead and read some more now, so hopefully in the next update I will have more to tell you guys about. So that's pretty much it for today. I'm also going to try and film a mid-year book freakout tag and a July TBR video, so we'll see. Anyways, that's the update. I'm gonna go plug you guys in because my camera's about to die. I'll talk to you guys later. Hey, ignore the fluffy hair. It air dried from earlier, so now I look like I have a lion's mane. It'll look better tomorrow, but I just wanted to come on here to give you guys an update. So it's currently midnight and I just finished working, and tonight's shift was a little bit of a doozy. I had a counseling session that lasted over 2.5 hours. It took a lot of energy out of me, so I'm really happy that I only had like a short 4-hour shift tonight. While I was in between interventions, I kept reading The Island. I have now less than 100 pages left to go, and I'm so excited to finish this. Hopefully I can finish it tonight. I'm hoping I'll be able to. I'm really enjoying it, and I'm really excited to see like how it'll end, because we're at like the peak of the action. Like our main character is deciding to fight back, and I'm really excited to see like how this situation is going to pan out for her, because she's literally alone versus a whole entire family clan. So this should be pretty interesting. So I just finished like my shift report. I'm going to take it easy until I go to bed. I don't know if I'm going to stay at my desk chair or if I'm going to head off to bed to finish reading this, but for right now I'm just going to take it easy because, like I said, I'm absolutely like brain fried right now. I have a snack, I have some water, I'm going to rehydrate, get a little bit of my mental energy back, and then I'm going to head off to bed. So those are my plans for the rest of the night. I'll update you guys probably tomorrow once I have finished my book, and then we'll be able to talk about like final thoughts and decide on my next read together, which should be fun. So that's it for today. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. So it's me again. I didn't think I would update you guys again tonight, but it's 1 a.m. and I just finished The Island and I really enjoyed it. Like I said, it's more of a suspense, not really a thriller. There wasn't any like very surprising plot points. There's one element in here that could kind of be considered as a plot twist, but I don't really consider it a plot twist just because of like the nature of the story, I guess. I kind of had an inkling that something along those lines was going to happen. I'm trying to organize my thoughts, but it's late and I'm having a lot of trouble doing that, but I'm going to try and like explain my feelings the best I can. So I really enjoyed it. I found that this book was such a fun time. I was rooting for the main characters the whole time, and I loved the character development with Heather and the kids and how they grew stronger, and it warms my heart. I'm weirdly attached to these characters, and it's something that's never really happened to me. Like, you don't normally get attached to characters in thrillers and suspense novels and all of that because it's a thriller novel. People end up dying and you expect people to die. But for some reason, I just have a soft spot in my heart for Owen and Olivia and Heather. And I really enjoyed this book. It had me on the edge of my seat the whole entire time. And it was just a fun time. So I'm giving this book 4 stars. If you're in the market for a book that's like an action movie or like an action suspense movie, I definitely recommend this one. It was just so good. The action and the intrigue and the plot, it was a wild ride. Like the whole time you're wondering if they're going to make it out alive and you're wondering how they're going to survive. And the main character, Heather, is just such a badass. I really enjoyed this. So I'm really happy that I ended up loving it. Like I said, I was a bit nervous that I wouldn't because of my feelings about the chain, but honestly, like 4 stars. I really enjoyed this book and I'm really happy that I read it. So that's my update for tonight. It's 1 a.m. like I said. I'm gonna go to bed and I'm going to figure out tomorrow what I'm going to read next. I'm not quite sure. I feel like my best bet for right now is to mood read, just because I don't want to plunge myself back into a reading slump. So I'm going to see how I feel tomorrow. I'm going to look at my bookshelves and see kind of what speaks to me, and I'll decide then what I'll read. But that's my update for tonight. I'm really happy. I enjoyed this book and I'm gonna go to bed now. Okay, bye. Hello. So it's Tuesday night, it's 9 p.m. and I had a very busy day. So I thought I would just like give you a rundown of what I did today, and I finally picked out my next book, so we're going to talk about that in a second. So today was a really productive day. I filmed a video, edited it. That sounds so weird when I say it like that. And then I uploaded it, so it's now live on YouTube. By the time that you guys see this vlog, you would have seen that other one, and that video is just my Summerween 2022 TBR. Summerween is the Halloween themed readathon that Gabby Reads and Olivia Reads a Latte host every single year, and I'm participating this year and I'm super excited about it. If you guys want to know what I'm planning on reading for that readathon, I will link the video down below, and it's going to be, you know, up here somewhere. So that took up a pretty big chunk of my day. Otherwise, I ended up waking up kind of later than I would have wanted to, because I ended up falling asleep really late last night. I fell asleep I think around like 2 or 2:30 a.m. even though I went to bed at like 1:15 after finishing The Island, like you guys saw in my last update. So I had a little bout of insomnia last night. But yeah, so I just took the beginning of the day really easy, and then I got some YouTube work done, and now I'm just chilling. So I have an iced coffee that I went to go pick up because I had to run out of the house really quickly to go get a prescription at the pharmacy. And when I came home, I was looking at my bookshelves. I couldn't decide what I wanted to read, and then I finally decided on My Dearest Darkest by Kayla Cottingham. So this is a relatively new release. It's a 2022 release, and it's a YA mystery thriller that's set in a boarding school. I can't think of anything more perfect to keep me in my reading kick right now. I absolutely love boarding school YA mystery thrillers. I've always liked books with these types of settings and these types of premises, but I actually read a shit ton of them this year. I read the Truly Devious series by Maureen Johnson. I read the Clue Mystery series by Diana Peterfriend, I think her last name is. And I also read the A Good Girl's Guide to Murder trilogy by Holly Jackson, all within these past few months, and I absolutely enjoyed them. So I'm really excited to dive into this. It has a little under 350 pages, so I feel like this could be a fast read, especially since quite a few of the pages actually have like text chat in it. So I really feel like this could fly by. For the rest of the night, I'm going to take it easy. I don't have to go to bed relatively early because I don't have anything to do tomorrow morning, but I do want to go to bed, or at least try to go to bed earlier then I went to bed last night. So I'm going to take it easy. I'm going to start this, and I'm also going to continue drinking my iced coffee and yeah, just have a chill time. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I'll put you guys down, and once I've actually started this, I will come back and update you guys.